Connie. I'll be back. Hey, Doodaliciouses. Ooh, Doodaliciouses or Doodalicious Eyes? Or you? Hi, Angie and Michelle. Mama, where's Anita? If Anita comes in, we got the mamas. Michelle, Anita, Michelle, Angie. How you guys doing? You don't have to answer that. Happy Moon Day. 5th of July. Did you end up having fireworks, Angie? Excuse me. Michelle, I'm here. Boom. 5th of July, 5-0. 0 don't count, so that's a 5 to me. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. Obstacle. Yeah, that pink energy, eh, Michelle? That pink is like, wow, right now. As above, so below. I don't tend to wear the pink as often as you guys would maybe think. So, wrapping in it. Overcome any obstacle. The obstacle is the way. Oh, right on, Angie. Thanks for letting me know. 1:11 Eastern Time, 13:11. What time? What time? Your time, Angie? Just so I can be with you. And anyone else who so chooses as well. Yeah, Angie says, oh my goodness, the white rhino. That is everything. Love y'all. Love you too, sweetie. Came in to pull a couple cards and just circulate some of our energy together. So thank you guys for commenting. It's a lot. Yeah, think pink. La vie en rose. La vie en rose. Right? Pink is the energy of love. Shout out to the masculine. Holy fuckballs. just keep on keeping on. I don't even know what to say. Procedure is at 3. Thank you, Witch Moon. Witch Moon 7-3. That's good. Numbers are good, right? Numbers are good. Michelle says, I'm so down. I hope I don't lower the frequency. Fuck that shit, baby girl. Be down together. It's okay. We're allowed. It's okay. It doesn't lower the frequency to me to witness or to be a part of any energy that's pure. Right, Michelle? So if you're feeling down and that's your pure of heart vibe right now, good. Right? We stick together. I'm like Gorilla Glue on your butt, just loving you anyways. That's it. You don't have to be all perky and write all nice shit. You can actually like rant a little bit. I'll pull it out verbally. Spell out a little bit of shit and I'll fucking spew it out. We'll transmute that into something like really pretty that's got bacon bits around it when we're done ranting. Right? Gorilla Glue. Double G's. Where's L for self? Lady Double G. Yeah. Guess what? Letting it out, that fucking like of how just horrifying and past words, some of the stuff, it's just the truth. It's okay. It's not a downer to say what the real stuff is. You know what the real downer is? Not having witness to it, or when you finally let something out in an area or spot or to a frequency that just can't grab it, right? Just grab it. It's okay to feel. Really, I don't know. I'm gonna use words that might sound extreme, but I feel like I battle shock every day of how people suppress stuff and then just talk about other stuff instead of just saying like straight up, right? So one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves and we tell others every day is I'm fine. You know, so if I say how you doing and you're not, then let it out. And just sometimes you don't even have to write it out, Michelle, but just knowing you are allowed feels good. Me mean it. Witch Moon says, Michelle, never ever could you lower me. Everything G is saying. Big hugs, I love you. And that goes for you as well, Angie, and anyone else who does vids that are like so fucking vulnerable that you're like, what the fuck? There's no way that this is me saying this out loud for anybody in the world to hear. But guess what? That's the pivoters of just like, right, Angie? So thank you. Because I can't handle the shit of watching all the like little perfection and, you know, just sit there and meditate and bring yourself to like blah, 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 and everything's going to be shits and giggles. Because guess what? It's not. It's just not, right? When your heart space gets more open and you're ready to give more love, then you're transmuting so much right now that, you know, and glory be to those like living a fucking butterflies and rainbows and everything's fine. Share that shit, right? Share it if that's where you're at to help others see that. But, you know, the truth in plain sight, the frequency of what it feels like when somebody's in a whole other fucking like just like la la land of making shit up in their head and projecting or just like is like bleh. That's my rant. Yeah, down is an understatement. Exactly. And I don't know if you guys were here that one time when Road Trip Eddie came in and he said, I've been like really undermining and not really like kind of emphasizing just how shitty the last 4 months have been. Just how fucking shitty they have been and like not knowing what to do next, feeling like trapped and alone. And by talking about it, not just, it helps. It helps us all. Love you guys. He pivoted himself into a whole new reality within 12 hours that day because he finally let it out. That's what we're here for. Fuck what it looks like to anybody who doesn't get it yet. The day that you do, you're more than welcome to just sit there and start commenting and ranting and raving, or like whatever it is that needs to come out. Oh, that's beautiful, Michelle. I didn't go that night. I went to bed. Going to bed at like between 10 and 11-ish, and then waking up at around 1 or 2 for the last 4 or 5 nights maybe. I let some out in the Milky Way Soul Tribe. Kent sent me some beautiful messages last night. Good. Glad if Kent is picking up my slack because I'm really silent in the interacting with anyone. So if you got a text or anything from me at this point, it's because you're reaching out to me or because I'm completely guided to you. Because I'm in like not a lot of exchanging of energy right now. Yeah, witch moon. Yes, it ain't always sunny in, I don't know how to read that word. Angie-Delphia. Aw, Angie-Delphia, me loves you. That's such a sync. The Tragically Hip put out an album and it's called Saskadelphia. Shout out Saskatchewan peeps. Oof. Witch moon. I'm seeing my mom right now. My big change right now. My big change picture of us. She passed 7/9/16. Feels like yesterday still. I miss her hands. Oh, that's beautiful, sweetie. Thanks for sharing. Hey, Emoji King. Fruits and berries and melons and herbs for health. Dr. Robert Morse. Ooh, Morse as in Morse code. MORSE. Thanks, Emoji King. Michelle, I'm really silent too. Yeah, you know what's funny too is you can always see where my like, well, I'm gonna put out one message and then completely revert to the opposite. Remember the stream I did like last week where I said, or a week or so, I don't know, within the last 11 to 15 days, I did a stream and I named it Silence is Not an Option. Right? You remember that one, Michelle? And you even said in that stream, but isn't silence golden? And I said, yes, right? So I went from like, silence is not an option, to like, fucking retreat. Like, just solid gold. Shut the fuck up, buttercup. A lot. Speaking of gold, a little bit of pyrite. So, yeah. That being said, Michelle, I'm really anchoring the background of feeling that we're sustainable telepathically through the synchronicities, the songs, the dragonflies, the colors, the birds, all that, the skies. That part is being harnessed more than just wanting to touch a device and exchange energy that way. I want it that way. Speaking of that way, I wonder how his floor stuff went the other day. Oh, Michelle, thanks for writing it. I'm scared it might never even be sunny again for me. Yeah. Thanks for writing it out, Michelle. I'm gonna read it again. I'm scared it might never even be sunny again for me. I love you, Michelle Lee Cannon Free. And that's I don't mean to undermine you feeling that way, but it's an undercurrent going through like a lot right now. In Paul Butler's transmission yesterday, I was listening to it in the middle of the night when I couldn't sleep, parts of it, and someone specifically that has a channel name that I can't read out loud, so I subbed to him, and I don't remember the name, but just wrote about the emptiness and then not even knowing what to do next. And I think the hardest part about that right now is we're in between so many frequencies and different realities of people are living their reality. And so if someone can't step into just witnessing and empathy and compassion, the projections coming through of, you know, we're basically not doing anything right if we don't have a plan, if we're not aligned, and if we don't know what the fuck we're doing. And it's like almost an us and them right now. It's so fucking fucked up, Michelle. It's almost an us and them of like, oh, I can plan this, I can do this, so you gotta do this too. Meanwhile, it's like, especially some of us that have been living a life path for so many years that, you know, we've paved the way that we're the fucking weirdo saying we're here to change the world, that we just don't know how, right? So we don't all speak the same way, but I'm 40 fucking 9. And since childhood and always in my life, it's like, you know, when the world is going to change, I'm one of those people that's like already doing it before it's even started. So I don't know, the projections right now and the utter aloneness, Michelle, of like, it doesn't matter if you have your team, your tribe, your dude, and how the dynamic of what our realities are, the ache of actually knowing now, it's different than it was 5 years ago of not knowing there's other like minds, right? So I got like a couple years under my belt of being a mama bear, being here and, you know, having people all over the world connect all of us together, but there's nothing like really showing it on the outside, right? So where's the credibility of that from that logical mind that like just get up and get a job and go do everything the way that you're supposed to? Or, you know, like you shouldn't be do this, do that, do that. It's like, but, right? Oh, you will be sunny again, Michelle, and it will take the time it takes, but you will. That's for sure. The worse that it's dark right now, the more sunny and like clarity there is coming. This is not your first puppet show. It just feels like it's the worst fucking one of all because guess what? When you are at the space where we're at, where our heart space is open, and it's just, at this point, it's child's play of so simple. Choose love. Right? That's it. That's all anyone, anywhere on this whole fucking planet, in every collective second and moment, you can be the biggest dick. You could have hated everybody. You could be a killer. Just stop and be kind and choose love. It's so simple. Right? So the hanging on to the baggage, the perpetuating of more wounds, because like, listen, oh, I had a narcissist in my life, so I get to like sit here and be a raging cunt to fucking anybody I want because I'm a Sagittarius rising with an upper moon, a fucking near Neptune that trine Jupiter in fucking Mars retrograde. It's just about choosing love right now. Every single second. If you don't like what somebody's doing, don't watch. Don't watch. It's the littlest things, like stop putting a dislike. Stop trolling somebody's channel if you don't love them. Get out and go see somebody you like. Why would you watch me if you can't stand me? Right? Go watch the people that make you laugh and shit and giggle all over the place. And leave people alone that you don't like. You're allowed to have your free will, like feeling of what feels good, but back the fuck away from the people that don't feel good. You don't get the opinion anymore the same way of like fucking bullying people into being what you want them to be. It's so simple that it hurts now to like physically feel the choices that people are making, like collectively. There's shit going on like that has never even happened in my lifetime. So like, I was supposed to be ready for this? Okay. Bring it on. All we have is the love part anyways, Michelle, so might as well keep giving it away, right? You can't stop us from doing that. Can't stop us from like finding each other, loving each other. We can't get to each other, but fuck that. Doesn't matter, right? Man, I'm like on a ramble rant today, eh? Jack. I can see your mom a little bit in the thumbnail, Emoji King. Which moon says, I want a pack of Soul Tribe cards, and Milky said, watch this, because I felt like I was an outsider since I met him at the end. My name got called, and I bawled. And he patted me on the back. He said, this is your tribe, honey. Oh, yes. Exactly, Witch Moon. I know some people got there at the end, and that's why, especially for me, my live stream with Kent and Brian was, 3 weeks before his transition. So that's that ending of like him putting me on in order to like make sure we even had the footing of the beginning together. Witch Moon loves you. And the beauty of it tribe finding never stops. And that's the thing, is some people, like, it's like you think you understand, but you don't, because it just gets stronger and there's just more. It doesn't, like, you don't just find 3 fucking people that you resonate with and then like shut the gate. It never stops. It never stops, Angie. What we think we know and what is so like bigger. Yeah, Michelle, I'll never stop loving. Exactly. Fucking whoa. Thank you, Michelle. Man, your memory is amazing. Yeah, Witch Moon. I know most of the people in the streams, but I always felt like I was too late. But I had the perfect timing. Yeah, I understand. It's a little bit like how, like, just our tribe vibes originate and start and then are so like everywhere that it's just that you weren't there for the vids and the streams or the beginning stuff, but you were there all along because everybody that from every other place, once we gather somewhere, it's like when I'm known to not go and watch a lot of stuff. So when I do enter a live stream, because I've planted myself, I've like embedded myself within so many tribe frequencies that, and my channels like resonate with me. They follow me, what I want to see, what I want to be imprinted with. So when I can step into a live stream, and even if somebody's never commented here, that I never watch their vids all the time, we know each other. We feel each other. Especially us that actually really do harness the feeling of energy and frequency. It's like somebody can realize, like, yeah, I knew you were going to come in the stream today type of thing. I could feel you from yesterday. Certain things like that, right? It's just, we're so connected. Michelle, thank you for coming on. I love you. Yeah. I might not. It's 13:31, or July 5th. It says there's 6 in the chat. It says there's 7 on my other phone, 567. I won't be on very long. We need to get out of Dodge and go out to the beach and just, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But Witch Moon, vital. I like that word, the V. You guys make me feel so vital to this life. Yeah, if it was just the surrounding reality, I don't think many of us would like have such a strong faith in certain things. Especially when just like the check-in points. David Matthew, one of my bestest friends since so long, yesterday like reached out, texted me out of the blue, beautiful, sent me a drawing that he did for me, which is something I randomly send drawings to fucking people everywhere. It's very rare, that I receive one, so it was like, bah. And he seeing it written down when he writes, like, it's been such a fucked up 2 years. And like, for me and David Matthew, we had like such a connection, and we were like every day like syncing each other up and like growing so much 2 years ago to the day of this timeline. And it's like, whoa, like that wasn't like, you know, last summer, that was like 2 summers ago, right? David Matthews specifically was one of the only people to give me an interaction through texting, synchronicities, numbers and stuff, that he helped me pivot into awarenesses, right? Because I couldn't see stuff for myself. So I can remember, and if I had my device wasn't wiped, I could go get the exact date. But within this timeline, in about 20 days, I'm on the side of the St. Lawrence in Quebec at a certain spot, and the church steeple and just everything. And I wake up and I'm like texting him like, it ain't even like blah 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 time, and I am like, boom, in synchronicities, like, I fucking can't do this. And he's like, but that's just it, you're there. It's always going to be like this. It doesn't like stop anymore the same way. And I couldn't, that when everything accelerates so much that everything you say comes from the radio, the signs and everything, like, you want that, but then when you're actually in it and there's no one in it with you to a certain point, it's like, whoa, surreal. So I remember like just specifically just like, but you got it, it's not stopping, it's not supposed to stop. And it was like, oh shit, right? Like, I'm always the last one, like really late, failing at fucking everything, closing the trail, like, if, you know, so like to be there of certain awarenesses and like flow was like way too much. It still is way too much. And like, it's been 2 years of integrating it all. So, you know, yeah, Emoji King, we are stronger than you think. Love is the strongest thing. Us and them, Pink Floyd, Pink Sync. Yeah, and that's it, Michelle. It gets lame. I don't know another word. It gets lame to live off the synchronicities without the certain validations and certain full circle things happening in reality. It's just not funny anymore. I love the way that not a Buick. Oh, I forget the name of the car. It was on the tip of my tongue. I wanted to say, Emoji King, I saw this car, but I forget what car. I forget the name. It'll come back to me. It was on, I was remembering it, and then I forgot because I wanted to say it. Yeah, Michelle Lee, Cannon Free. They say it's always darkest before the dawn. Yeah, brightest dawn, trippy sunless. Yep. Yeah, Michelle, I had that thought when I was brushing my teeth. I think this is the most difficult incarnation I've ever had. Michelle, when I'm in a really good mood, I can kick my own soul's ass and like just whip myself a new fucking urethral asshole for planning this life this way. Like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? And it's like, my soul, my higher self is laughing at me right now, Michelle, of being in so much fear of, and not just, it's like my higher self is like, just this one thing, and then, oh, but it's not funny. It's just not funny anymore. And the more I say it's not funny anymore, I really want to go off on a rant of just laughing, because I just can't even. Yeah, I see a lot of it coming, mostly. Emoji King. Yeah, I don't know why people can't grasp it. It's just so easy. It's so easy. If it was complicated, it would be so complicated, but it's not complicated. Like, fuck. Witch moon, I had a panic attack last night. Was real upset. It's the first fourth without an actual celebration, without one or both of my kids. Thanks for sharing that, sweetie. It's to hear that panic feeling of like the not. I get it. I get it. That's how, like, it's not even about it having been the 1st of July and Canada Day per se, but it's about, at this point for Lily Rose and I, it's like we don't have timelines of certain things. Just that's it. It's for real. So not being able to just go and there's the band at the bandstand or the face painting and the certain things. We got our rocks off yesterday, sitting on the dock at the end of the pier, watching the Chief Commando leave. So watching people board the Chief Commando, the tourist ship that I sometimes share. I've shared the Chief since my channel started. But yeah, we never seen it take off before. We lived in Calendar Bay for 3-4 years. We saw it come around. We were in the kayak watching it come around sometimes, from a distance. From a Distance, the song by Bette Midler. But we never saw it take off, sail off from North Bay. So like we made that into like the biggest event ever because there's nowhere to go do anything to participate in having a reality with anybody, with any humans per se. So I made a vid. I forgot about it. I'll upload it later. But it was neat. But it's like grasping onto so many little things that, like yesterday, like for myself, and it's like I feel like I'm not grateful, but at some point, there's feathers everywhere, right? So it's like, is this like some sort of cosmic universal joke where like sign everywhere sign, and I walk on these like, I'm not saying it's a bed of feathers right now. That'll be in about a month when, the geese come back through and just like molt everywhere. But it's like, it's getting old. I don't even bring the feathers home anymore. It's just like, here, I'll leave them for someone else so someone can catch up to me and maybe see what I see and, get some stuff going. So surreal. I love the beds of feathers. Me too. Yeah, Witch Moon says, that's when I found him, Genevieve. Brian Barnett, Milky Way. It was through you. Thank you. Go, Godzilla. Yeah. Godzilla. I said Gorilla Glue at the beginning of the stream. Moji King, your mother passed in 1992. Your dad in 1973. Yeah, I see her now, Mochi King. 1:41 Eastern Time. Got movie story. That's awesome. How are they doing, Emoji King? My two sisters have cancer now. How are they doing? Witch Moon, I have to say I'm freaked out. I really don't want to leave Earth yet. I just want to feel better and it's all healing. But I don't feel so great. The healing, the rebuilding of the body. Yeah. And it's such a rebuilding. And it's like, I ain't gonna lie, Witch Moon, I feel like the odds are not even stacked in your favor, right? What does that mean? You don't have the cush reality, that can simplify. And what do I see as a cush reality? Community, tribe. self-sustaining, units that take care of each other instead of survival mode anchors all far apart. That's what I mean by cush. I don't mean fancy pantsy stuff. I mean just basic safety of a new world instead of old world projections all around. Angie, right? I never thought I would be here, 1 year, 2 years, 6 months later and still spouting out the same shit without having manifested certain things, right? So, it's getting old. I buffered when I was talking about the sinks. I have no clue what I said either, Michelle. I can't remember. Yeah. And thanks for mentioning your panic attack feeling last night, Angie. I again, like I said to Michelle, it's not making light of what you felt, but you're not the only one. Just for myself, when I started my live stream yesterday, it was because I was either gonna go into like I'm fucking gonna rage of certain things that came into my awareness that just is my whole body does not compute, does not compute, does not compute. And so it was like, just come in and share, just show up. And I didn't talk, and I moved when I could, but there, yeah. And I want to say, sometimes reaching out is just really understanding that somebody could listen if you actually had the words. And what does that mean? The fucking rock bottom, I have no idea what's going to happen next, and the shit is real in my reality, it is time running timelines for many people. So inside us, we're screaming and we need to speak to somebody, but either we don't have the opportunity or just we wouldn't even know what the words to put out. So just knowing, like putting it out there, amplifying that this stream is there for that collective energy of those that feel this, that guess what? Right? There's no words for the push and pull. And I know that there's other channels that have the eloquence and the validation of, we're going through like solar flares and energies and stuff that is not just like it's scientific, fact based. Nautical charts are changing, dudes. You know what I mean? Like, stuff is real. So it's okay. It's okay. Good, Michelle. I was laughing all day yesterday. I mean, so absurdly hard. You gotta laugh. Yeah, and I find the absurdly hard is the key, right? Because sarcasm that's based with the fear base or matrix based patterns of how we used to tell jokes, or what, you know what I mean? So when it's so absurd, like it's like the way when for so long I can go off on bacon jokes, and then somebody who doesn't even eat bacon, all of that, it's like they can accept that the absurdity of what I'm joking about, I used a subject that could be as non-controversial as possible, and it's not to make people want to eat it, it's just because the word and then all the word play around it, right? But it's so absurd that, I can have literally somebody in a comment say, like, you realize, like, this goes against everything that I am, that you're speaking about this. And it's like, yep, I do. I do realize. But I grab that because everything is a trigger. Every single thing, everywhere in the world is a trigger for someone. So grabbing the one thing and owning it to ride it and just joke about it absurdly, right? If we had like built our bacon empire, half of us would be walking around in bacon bikini dresses and, bacon fitted clothes. So looking back, we should have probably like done that. We'd be self-sustaining a lot better right now, guys. Oh, Michelle, I feel like I'm in one long panic attack since realizing Nate is different. And it only gets more severe. The panic feeling, the gripping. Yeah. I mirror that feeling with the reality of the stuff that's going on around me and how it affects my body. So I had 2 live streams yesterday where, you know, I'm speaking, I'm at a certain frequency, and then the outside noise brings me, my whole body into a different, like radically, so fast. I left the day stream up because I leave those up, but Witch Moon had commented on it. I'm not going to put attention towards it. And last night, I was feeling as good as I could and sharing it in a way that felt safe. And I know it's fireworks. I get it, but my body's reacting, and like I shut off the stream, and I couldn't do it anymore. Right? The reaction, that sustained long. I get it, Michelle. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, Witch Moon, Ghost Shadow was just telling you about feather beds in the old days. Can you imagine? I don't know if I've ever touched or known one, so I don't know. Boom, Michelle, my friend Sharon posted pics and vids of the Chief Commander yesterday, and I immediately thought of you. Hi, Trace B. Passing in, listening for a bit. Gotta finish cleaning cabinets out, but I don't want to. Surviving. Maureen and Sheila are surviving. Yeah. Thank you, Mochi King. Prayers up. Whoa. What, Shannon? Arizona is off. Good. Arizona's off. Boom. Okay. I'm gonna go stay at the lake with this stoner hippie chick I met and have fun on the lake for the summer. Dude, that sounds amazeballs. Good for you, Shannon222. Right on. It'll lead the way. David Barber, I was just talking about you at the beginning of the stream, dude. Thank you for commenting. Love you, dude. Hey, everyone. Glad we're all here. Stay strong. That's David Barber, guys. He was just talking about him like 30 minutes ago. Love you. Witch Moon, thank you everyone for being here and holding space today. Very grateful. Yes, I as well. There's no way I would be sitting here waiting if it was meant to happen. I just said to Michelle, I'm going on now. So if it was meant to happen, it's going to happen, and I'll flow as long as I can. Anyone just passing through and knowing.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to the beach.
Oh shit, let me go get my blankie outside.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
It will, it's just maybe later.
Well, that's changed.
Dude, first of all, Thor is like coming on. It's coming on. I don't know if it'll bang or not, but it's every single shade of like black, gray, and dark blue out there you can imagine. And guess what I caught? I know.
Heather?
No, even better, a wish. No joke.
Ah.
It was just floating by, and I was like, I gotta give it one shot. And I was like John Fogerty, center field, man. I caught it. There was only one. Can you see it? Okay. Everything we're talking about in the stream today, amplified, is our wishes. So let's keep talking. Let's keep talking. I'm the only one yapping, but I do want to say that when you guys comment, I feel that, you know, it's not really me, just me. So I don't feel like I'm talking by myself. If I do ever feel like I'm talking by myself, it kind of makes me feel creepy. Like, who does that? Right? Who does that? Kimba, those grow all over your front yard? Oh, man, can you see it? The tail fell off of it. It's like a snowflake, guys. Elsa. Not the tropical storm. Of course there would be a tropical storm named Elsa. Oh, Michelle and Angie, both of my girls. You guys have not watched Frozen or Frozen 2. So really at this point, Michelle, if you think there's no breath of life left in you,
we are not friends.
You need to watch Frozen. And then Frozen 2.
Yes.
There's no way.
In a row. Download Disney Plus right now.
Even if you watch just 10 minutes at a time. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Just download the soundtrack. Just gotta start somewhere. Witch Moon, so great to be connected. I'm open to receiving my mom's energy. We are closer than ever, but I still miss the human body touch. Michelle, you feel a bit better now? Good. Good. Witch Moon says, yeah, I'm a little gooder now. I'm famished and still 26 hours till sign in. If everything comes out okay, it will. Of course it will. Y'all watch me grow after. I am a miracle. We are a miracle to this reality. Exactly, Witch Moon. Michelle, I just wonder if I'll ever really love myself in this lifetime. Thank you, Witch Moon. I wouldn't have known how to say it as eloquently, but what you write, Michelle, every time you love me and behold me, you are loving and beholding yourself. And that's it. The sustained reality, Michelle, of just the certain things, right? It ain't you, baby. Yeah, Emoji King. So many, eh? My brother Jack was killed in Vietnam, and then my brother Belle committed suicide years after coming home from Vietnam. So I know how it feels for people when they lose someone. Yeah. Thanks, Emoji King.
So,
Emoji, I'm probably gonna be the last human. Is it raining for you too, Angie? Yeah, I don't know, I got the bikini on. I'm all lathered up. I was ready to go and just doing a quick... I'm just going to do a quick live stream, Lily Rose, before we go to the beach.
I'm glad we didn't go to the beach.
Well, I don't know. At this point, we'll see. The day is still young. Witch Moon, y'all are my family. Yeah, sweetie. Yeah, Kimba, virtual talking. Oh, Kimba. I mean, gotta get you blue, da-da-dee-da-da-do. Share your channel if you so feel like it, Kimba. I'm not sure. Sometimes it just takes that one person to be like, what? Me not had Kimba before. Thank you. I got weird stuff in my eyes. I don't know. Virtual talking. Yeah. That whole we were brought up to not talk to strangers. Blessed be those strangers who actually speak and become more and more and more. Michelle says, I thought of you when I heard the storm was called Elsa. Dude. I actually was like the way, right, that comments don't show up in certain spots, and then all of a sudden 2 days later you see a comment. So SS had written that to me. I was like, fuck, of course, of course. Oh, you did not like it? Right on. I get it. I saw Frozen 1. I didn't like it. It's too sing-songy. I so get it. Some of the songs are actually really irritating, but the ones that are good make up for the ones that are irritating. I get it. I get it. You love Frozen, Kimba? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact of like the ice, it's just. Kimba, I didn't see Frozen 2. I didn't know they had it. Baby girl, I've seen it enough times. I could just play act it for you. No, not really. I'm not one of those people. I don't do other people's lines, but I remember them all as I'm watching the movie. Oh, man. Emoji King, nice catch. Thank you. It didn't even have a mitt. Michelle, what's up with me? God bless her heart. Kimba says, every time Witch Moon I would hear somebody sing the soundtrack from Frozen, it would aggravate the hell out of me. Dude, I did it on, I'm not a like, since it came out. It was years after, right? And even before I actually learned to fall in love with it, Lily Rose had. And it was really her first experience with princesses, because I didn't raise her to like watch certain movies like when she was a baby and little. So she was like 4.5 or 5 when she saw Frozen, something like that. And it was her first real, like, you know, and just the love of her loving it, hearing it all the time. I rather when I actually have stuff, you know, when you have stuff in your reality that's really irritating, then it becomes your pet peeve, and then you kind of, you know, bitch about people snoring, or you don't like certain sounds. And for myself, because I've been a parent and then blended family parent for so long in my reality, that's like, you just gotta like really accept like all the farts, the sounds, and certain things, unless, you know, too high of a level, maybe not the right time. But so having it in the background just integrated that feeling. Michelle, I believe we can heal, but the damage done by my mother, I'm just not so sure. I love you, sweetie. That's why I'm here. Right? That's why the mothers, the ones of us that embody the mother, and just leak that, are here to help with that core wounding of those that were not mothered and cherished for real, in order to help re-imprint and rewrite the scripts of what a mother figure is. It's, no one can ever like make the damage that someone and specific realities brought us. We can't. But we can embody the best feminine mother vibes for us all. The masculine can embody the best fatherly, brotherly vibes for us all. It's the rewriting of the scripts that manifests a new world, because everyone is damaged. And right now, those children that came in, crystal children and the golden children that came in, that are not even to be damaged, the collective has chosen a reality where there's new imprinting happening, instead of children being born right now and in the last couple of years with, you know, a self, like really units, divine unions. So we can only embody better and write better scripts. It's not about, it's just the free flow leaking of embodying better choices that can ever, you know, manifest a new reality for us all. Which means I'm still always the crazy lady in the water and the rain. Shannon, 222. My dream turned out to be a nightmare, but I take the baby steps to a better life. Good. May I ask, Shannon, 222, is your experience leaving you in a lack of abundance? Or are you kind of breaking even and got out of certain it you didn't get to Arizona, right? So in general, the fact that the timelines have manifested in your favor, because if it wasn't going to be good and it's already stopped, but do you feel like, like just like, oh man, I lost a lot, or everything that you gained makes up for it? I don't know if that makes sense the way I'm saying it out loud, sweetie, but yeah, Michelle says, Kimba, it is. It's hard work and it's exhausting. Yeah, Kimba. Brought up to not show feelings or talk about anything with other people. But, the people who chose to talk about things with other people, it was okay. Not okay for certain people to talk, but really good for other people to talk. So, meaning, talking about feelings and emotions and certain things that are real, completely frowned upon, but speaking about other people, judging, and a lot of ill will floating through everywhere, and the mind clusterfuck of that part being in the background, right? Michelle says, yeah, Kimba, exactly. My mother had borderline personality disorder. Yeah, Emoji King. Thanks for writing that out. I'm realizing to what point I'm manifesting so fast, like everything I don't want right now, that it's soul shaking, shocking of how fast I'm manifesting exactly what I don't want. One time I ended up where I didn't want to be for a long time, and that's where I was supposed to be. That stuff about karma is true. Be careful about what you want and what you don't want. Yeah. Which moon? My mom was forced away by my dad, so she became an alcoholic till she had the grandkids. It was not easy. I was not a kid who accepted this, and I chased my mom. Yeah. Chasing the moms, eh? I read, I screenshot it, but it's on my iPad, so I can't, show it, and I might not quote it exactly right, but what is it about wanting to compliment people about, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and, you're a survivor. We weren't meant to survive our childhoods, right? We weren't meant to survive our childhoods, so it's like, okay, shout out to everybody because we all survive certain things, but, building new realities where, the ripple effect of me in survival mode has its consequence on Lily Rose, right? It's huge. Hugging you all my heart too, Michelle. Which man, I was very abused by my step family, sickening abused, and I ran away 23 times. 23 times, oh my god. 23 times, once 952 miles. Yeah. And they say tell, and they say talk, and they say run, right? 23 times. Who the fuck be listening, eh, Angie? I love you. You're so brave. Yay, Shannon. Dude, we don't have pennies very often in Canada unless y'all Americans come through. I found a penny, heads up, today, and tomorrow's my birthday. 53 years young. Yeah, shout out to the birthdays right now. Might not have specific, I remember everybody, but yeah, witch moon. Grateful for all of it now, almost all of it. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, sweetie. Yeah, Michelle, I'm turning 49 on July 17th. Oh, that double seven energy, eh? 177. Even just like today in the portal gate of the 7-7, today is a 5-7-5 in my eyes energy, the way I see numbers as well. So that's very powerful right now. Sometimes just focusing on the numbers of how things feel instead of what's actually going on is just a little bit easier. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else, but hi Joe Awesome One, how are you? Dude, thanks for popping in. Michelle says, man, I can't believe my age. Oh, dudes, me love my age. I already say I'm 50. I don't even want to say 49 because that's like takes more spit to say 49. 50's a round number. It's got the 5. Freaking freaks people out when I say 50. So fuck, I can't wait to be 70. If it's freaking people out like all my life, imagine later. That's the way I see it. I wouldn't go back to even like last week in time of like who I was and what my life was, right? So it's all full speed ahead, baby. Yeah, I love the numbers of it. But part of me is just like so into wanting to bust the age program that I just don't give many shits about a lot of stuff. I just don't. It doesn't matter what the outside and certain programming, it's like, me not care. I've been looked up and down by the matriarch and told that you will feel like shit at a certain age and you will live menopause a certain way and you will feel like us all. And it's like, whoa, no, I won't. No, I won't. I have not played the game yet of like, oh, I'm a little bit younger. Like, you know, I'm 29, even though I turned 40. No, I am the age that I am and I love it. I told somebody the other day, I said, I'm here to make it that when you think of like 50, and I said, how old are you? She's like 34. I was like, well, I'm here to inspire you that this is what 50 looks like. And I've been every shape in between. So you can think like, oh, she had a sustained reality and she's so small and she looks so good. It's like, no, 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 right? We look in different and bigger packages, smaller packages, wrinklier packages. Every day is different. Right? If you feel the age, you just added to it. If you want to empower, I want to be those of us who are sitting there counting the days till our birthday and, you know, the way that when we were kids. Because why does that stop, right? The anticipation of being like really, really happy. Besides, and this is not a joke, I'm going to get the early bird special. So you guys, that's how I'm going to finally make friends when I get just a little bit older enough to be getting those specials. Do they give discounts for cars when you're like old? Because I'll buy you guys a car. Well, you have to buy it, but through me. I'm just joking. I don't even know if we have early bird specials here. Oh, I literally though, yesterday, I told my daughter, I was like, I'm going to have the senior special at Shoppers Drug Mart soon. And she was like, what? Everything at Shoppers Drug Mart is so expensive. Can I go with you when you have the discount? And I was like, oh yeah, baby. My girl never wants to hang out with me. But then now, I'm going to have like the chick cards, right?
You realize you still have 5 months.
I know, but I'm like completely paving the way for being happy to be 50, right? Oh, someone told me the other day, I'm so old. And I was like, fuck you, you're 42. You gonna like play the old card with me? I'm the one that gets the sympathy. I'm the one that's gonna be over the hill. If you think you're old and you're not even at 45, what the fuck? Buckle up, buttercup.
Or 44.
Or 44. Oh, I've been rambling now.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to be like funny instead of just,
Rambling.
not that I'm necessarily funny, but
You are.
I am
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Not
Ooh,
all the
time machine number 3, Trinity. Hi, Alex G. Shannon, have a cookout at the lake. So with my puff and puff pass. How are you feeling, Joe? Still poorly, but managed to finally post something.
I made this.
Thanks, Joe, for sharing.
Kind of like handcuffs. But you can easily do that in one. I don't.
I know, Michelle says, I need a puff so bad. It figures I leave Canada for the USA and then they legalize it. Exactly. Patience is a virtue, right? Patience is a virtue. That's why I'm still here. And it's insane. It is crazy. There's a new pot shop opening up. I swear, it seems like every time I go for a drive, there's a new cannabis shop. Either open or advertised for opening. So it's like, hey, anybody want to invest? Like, open up a building or like all the little spots, the intimate little like mom and pop shops that got closed down and have been empty, some of them for years, all of a sudden are like, hey, come in here, buy pot. It's like, what? There's a Jack's Place, there's a Jane's, there's, just, I don't even go to these places for real, like the way that you would think, right? But it's incredible. The thriving pot shop business is like booming. I literally said to somebody, I was like, what the fuck? It takes less time to open up that than it took me to get my restaurant in operation. Like, what is like what's actually needed if so many like are allowed to just open up? It's incredible. And I say that because it's about time that something that grows from the ground is just like easy access, and that people who have knowledge about it can just interact and share their gifts. It's beautiful. Oh, that would be so nice, Alex. Even if you just put it up for a while. I know you don't want the everybody loves Alex and wants videos from you, but that'd be cool. I filmed a beautiful rainbow and I might put it on YouTube. Hope you do. Michelle says, blow the smoke towards Wisconsin. Okay, everybody listening who's going to smoke, please, everybody check your direction and blow the smoke towards Wisconsin. We have like a Michelle alert. Incoming. Incoming puff pass. Joe, awesome. You're doing magic eye posts now? Right on. Oh, Joe's even passing you some. Alex says, I don't want some. Alex says, I'm 50. You 50 with me. You'll be 51 by the time I'm 50. Trace B, I gotta sit and smoke. Yes. Take a break from cleaning out those cabinets. Go hide in a cabinet all day long. All right, on Shannon 222. I got a new water bong for my gift to myself. I hate bongs. I don't use that stuff. But that's cool. What color is it, Shannon 222? Boom. There you are, Nita. 1:12 I've been on. It's 14:17 Eastern Time. I think the rain is not quite gone. But I'm not sure what happened, Anita. I started streaming. I'm ready to go to the beach. And now it's raining. So the universe works in mysterious ways. And as do element benders do, right? Michelle says, and I just hearing G read my comment with my age, and I was like, who is Who the fuck is that? Oh, that's me. Yep, that's me. 211, 11, 111, make a wish. That's how far behind I am. Yeah, Emoji King. Everybody sending shout outs. Happy birthday to Shannon. And Simon. Simon says too. Michelle says, say happy birthday to Simon says. Am I allowed to do that? Yeah. Genie wish. Shannon, hello, happy birthday. I'm going to celebrate your birthday right now. Oh, right on, Emoji King. Smoking up. Emoji Queen came home with 40 pre-rolls. Well, that is a queen indeed. Right on. Sharing is caring, Emoji King. Michelle, Alex, you, sir, are hilarious. You make me laugh all the time. Yeah. Joe, happy place indeed. Yeah, sending you a lot of like healing energy. How's your nephew doing? Boom. Shannon 222 is in response to my question earlier, which might not make sense to anybody else, but it makes sense to me, so I'm going to flow it through. Shannon, I feel like this old man. Yeah, David, have a happy birthday to the birthdays out there. Hi, David Castle. Is it still buffering, guys? Boom. That's a super sync. Who wrote Rebel Yell, baby? Yeah, I just wrote a comment about Billy Idol before I came in to do the stream. Maybe 10 minutes before. Back? You guys are stepping back and out, or I'm back just naturally? Thank you. Yes, honey?
Are you almost done?
Sort of. What? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be done soon. Double Davids again. Right on. David Barber and David Castle. Overcome any obstacles. 5. 50. Fiddy. Talked about the Fiddy, eh? Number 3, the Trinity. Time Machine. I don't want to read the book because honestly, I don't want to trigger myself with the bullshit of the flow that comes from the book. The Time Machine, how I am going to flow this card in is what I was flowing through earlier about. We can bend time of how we perceive how things happen in order to empower ourselves to have the, better scripts, rewriting better scripts. Yeah, more. The MOREROR. I'll pull another few cards and then I'm going to be done. What was that? Bridget, I named the stream Bagpipes. I put a little bit at the beginning and then I stopped them just because, yeah. Creative Spark. 8, Infinite. Michelle, my life feels survivable with the support I have found here. Boom, Maverick, Top Gun, sync. Had my first video that I watched this morning. Mega Top Gun sync. I'm gonna share a little bit of fucking Canada. Canada Goldie. I'm not gonna put it on during the stream, but I'm gonna share some tractor energy. Just some like, this is what I will. Well, I don't wake up to it because I don't open my device till I'm awake there, but the first video that I chose to watch today was that one. Mega Top Gun sync. Personally, I've been singing Danger Zone in my head and making up so many versions of it that somebody in Saskatchewan's got their version of, Danger Zone, Top Gun. I'm gonna share it. Yeah, Michelle, Highway to the Danger Zone. I don't want to play somebody else's vids that doesn't even watch me. It's not the same as playing your guys' vids. Or is it? You guys watch it on your own. How's it going, Anita? Yeah, I think so too, David. Thanks for shouting everybody out. Michelle says, David Barber, you are wonderful. Yes, he is. Me gonna show my drawing that David did yesterday. Yeah, one of them. Me gonna show it. Oh, David, me gonna show it. And I didn't take a picture, David, but not long after you sent me this, I saw the 2255, and I forget what it was on, but it was like, whoa, the way that it just came up for me in my reality, it was cool. Oh, Trace B, I get it. I get it. Trace B says 30-ish plates. Makes no sense when there's just me throwing these plates today. Gonna get her done, eh? Wipe the slate of some stuff. Samantha, there goes the throat. Samantha Soulbright Rodriguez speaks of that often. Anita posts as well of just liberating space, right? And what was your trick the other day? You had a post about if you're feeling certain things in your reality, move 27 things around, and just enough. Yeah. If you have that event where you have 30 people at your house, well, paper plates will be a blessing that day, right, Trace B? But if you're like me, saving all that shit for so many fucking years of yeah, someday people are going to be in my house and we're going to have a fucking party, I don't need all that stuff. Don't need it. Right on, Anita. Thanks for trusting me with your wake up time. I know that I can be all over the place. Thanks for trusting me in that moment when you're waking up, because that's a delicate hour, right? When we imprint ourselves waking up with something that doesn't feel good, we can shake it off. We know how. We got the tools, right? But I find it's a gift when someone that I really just guided to a certain vid, waking up, and then when I choose to go on and then seeing the vid that I shared by Quick Dick McDick makes me happy, right? That energy, those things visually, and then his creativity with the song and stuff, just, I needed that. It's awesome. Michelle, this feels like home. Yeah, it's beautiful to have the feeling of what things feel like, isn't it, Michelle? I question myself like a lot, like to what point that, like, why that built-in home feeling is inside of me, right? To want to manifest it for others, first of all, right? It's just natural. It doesn't, sometimes it's not even that I want to, it just happens. And then there's the other thing of me where I'm like so gung ho that I'm like, I'm the annoying girl from Greece, right? At lunchtime. So I'm poking into people's reality that have no clue I'm coming, or just, yeah, you do. Because if I'm in your reality sending you a message of some sort, I was guided there, as gung ho and like, it's because I'm guided. But I feel like the girl from Greece a lot, where, I'm running to the picnic table saying, like, we're going to be lifelong friends forever. And then I just get the look. The look and the, like, but guess what? Guess what? At the end of Greece, everybody's dancing together. And it doesn't matter how annoying she was throughout the whole fucking movie, everybody's dancing together at the end. So we all dance and play our parts the way that we're meant to. And mine is just so whacked that someone was saying things to me the other day, and it's like, I just, at some point you just hold space and listen. But it's like, if I could just be doing stuff a normal way, don't you think I would? Right? Don't you think I would be doing things a normal way? And what is normal, right? If we're trying to bring in new reality, but we're always going to do things the same, react to people the same way when they do anything different, let's fucking crucify anybody who's not like living the path the way that they're supposed to right now, instead of just like helping, guiding, supporting. A little bit of what I said earlier. At this point, I'm going on 2 sustained fucking full months, full circle of being imprinted with just projections and yucky fucking shit. So my one lifeline for real that connects with me every day is Michelle Lee Canham Free, and like, to imprint beautiful, pure things that don't make me feel like completely like, you know. So there's things I've said out loud, and it's like I witness things all the time, and I really realize to what point, like, that feeling of being safe is mandatory. We can't get to all this other stuff of you do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that to make something better or more concrete in our reality if we don't have that safe feeling. And that's it. So Michelle, wow, I'm in a much better head and heart space now. Thank you all so much. Thanks for writing it, Michelle. Good. I really believe, and I've been walking the walk and just doing it and leaving my vids up and leaving my live streams up as is for years now. Witness pivots us into another mindset automatically. Just feeling somewhere safe and just a little bit of unconditional allowing to be self is everything. So when you never had it, and then you have something that's unconditional, that stays sustained, right? So it's not like, oh, one day you come into the stream and you feel like it's home. You feel that all the time, even in the moments, you know? And at this point, I've been doing this for a long time. People who choose not to come back, a lot of them is because they're upset and they don't like the way that I'm speaking in certain given timelines, so we're just not in the same frequency. But we do gravitate always back to each other. That's a little bit like why I talked about like David Barber at the beginning of the stream, saying to what point our timelines are, together for like years now. But through the 2 years, we're not always holding each other's hand and texting back and forth every single day. even if we did that for a sustained months at a time, we had to like live our stuff different ways. And that's part of the process of like love allows unconditional. We're not codependent, we're interdependent. And it doesn't go away just because we don't do 3D contact. Actually gets stronger because once you had a pause apart from people who resonate with you, and then you come back into like boom, a certain frequency and being able to exchange an energy, the things that we learned along the way, it's huge. It's huge. Ignited Pizzanita, you're awesome to wake up to. Thank you. Yes, Alex says, I didn't realize there were two Davids. There's actually, I have my trinity of Davids. Don't forget David Benji. I forget his last name now. La Rivière, right? David Benji La Rivière. So again, just because people aren't making vids, just because they haven't been present some for a year. David Benjamin has not made videos for almost a year, I think, right? So I have my trinity of Davids, and then there's other ones as well, but I'm extra, but I'm tired of it. Yeah, me too, Trace B. Which mean you're feeling cold and sleepy? Can you allow and go take a rest? I'm glad if you have cool vibes, not overheating. Oh, you did, Anita? You played Grease as a play, and you played her? Is Jan her name? I forget. That's why I never shout out her name. I always forget. Jan is it. Yeah, right on. And what's funny is that growing up, like, I'm more of a Rizzo. I know you might not think so, but I'm more of a Rizzo. But growing into myself is more of like the cheese ball. So the cheese ball that I never thought I would be, wearing pink, is who I am now. So 17-year-old me is looking at me going like, that was you in my dreams, the lady in pink with the weird hair. That was you. Well, yeah, it was me. Future me in pink telling like younger me with the black hair and the black and that's all blah, 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 right? Yeah, that's not going to be forever. And it's like, oh, yes, it is. Oh, no, it's not. Right? Pinky Lee, catching up. Trace B says, oh, I'm going to watch Grease today. Boom. Anyone else feels like it? That could be our sync of the day or the next couple days. Get that Grease energy going, whether it just be like, you just gonna be sitting there in your car today saying like, I don't watch those kind of movies, and guess what? You're gonna be in the radio, in the car, in the radio, and Grease Lightning's gonna come on, and you're gonna be like, oh, I can't get away from these syncs, just like the blue truck, eh? We can't get away from this. So whoever chooses not to watch it, watch out. You're gonna have syncs in your reality coming up anyways. Which, man, I do love Grease, love, right on. Yeah, Joe, I just get up each day and I feel blessed. I woke up to start, and I keep my vibration as high as possible. If negative vibes come calling, I send them away kindly. Exactly. I think that's the easiest. Treese B, Treese is your favorite, then maybe Pretty Woman. Oh my God. My life right now is I'm Pretty Woman the first time in the shop. Right? That's the version I am right now. Looking me up and down and fucking get the fuck out of the shop. Okay, back away, back away, back away. Fuck. Which means I'm gonna watch Breakfast Club today. Right on. Dude, I have not watched that in so long. Yeah, I'm Ali Sheedy. I never was a cheerleader or anything like that, by the way. I got chills. Yeah, Joe, you singing? I got chills. They're multiplying. And I'm losing control. Thank you, Michelle. Joe, I try to do that always. So much stress with my son. I'm scared. Yeah. Thank you, Michelle. Guess what? Love you. Thank you, Nita. Sending you feelings of safety, Michelle. That's the root chakra, Michelle. Anita says, yeah. I'm in that fear in a way that I really thought I was unfuckable with. I really did. You know, for years I was doing this saying, like, expect anything, guys, buckle up, buttercups. And I ask myself sometimes, like, what is it in my reality that could have, like, prepared me for certain things? And it's like, nothing. Because this just is so surreal to me. And what's most surreal is that, like, I'm not having people step into my reality who are actually listening to what I'm saying of just to what point. The fight or flight feeling of fear, and that it's in the body, and that the positive imprint that I need of just support, just that unconditional, not being like poked at and judged and being told certain things, it just, and doing it for myself as the stuff comes through, right? So it's like 3 steps forward, 4 steps back. And yesterday, my live streams are perfect, like, exactly. I came into the live stream saying, I'm not even going to talk a lot. I don't have breath. It's not going to be that kind of stream. At one point in the stream, hey, Meeps. At one point in the stream, I felt like I was being watched, and I looked down, and there was a caterpillar. So I turned the whole stream around, and myself, as above, so below, by going down the steps and grounding and having those caterpillars. And then Lily Rose came, and she had thunder, and she had Bo, and you know. And then when I came back up, and then I was speaking, I was flowing, and then the swearing and the yelling started across the street, and it was just like, right? Okay, I get it. I don't think I signed up to be in a fucking city and have to, like, battle the feeling of all the fucking exterior noises, but that's where I'm at. But to get out of this and go into a higher frequency, I'm not able to step into the frequency in order to enable myself to fucking even imagine better, because the fear is so big. And I just, it's so big.
And they just died.
Which moon? There's a bit of me in every character of the Breakfast Club. Yeah. Anita, I've been feeling the hot and cold all week. I get the freezing cold. Well, for myself, it's Angie that I resonate with when she said in one of her vids, like, it's been a year and a half. Hot shivers come from spirit, cold shivers come from source. And when I'm very source based, not in spirit type of energies, I can be like shivering cold wearing my mucklucks, even if it's 22 degrees Celsius outside. Right? So I get it. Yeah, honey? I am, okay? I'm sorry. Sorry. Michelle says, heard Olivia Newton-John yesterday. Have to believe we are magic. Hi, Shan Camp. Yeah, I didn't know that about the shiver. Shiver me timbers. I resonate with that. And just for myself, it was like that aha of like, why are my shivers different? Why do I fluctuate from the hot to cold? Why, you know, like, why? And then boom, the answer came in, and it, you know, I might have even heard it at other times in my life and just forgot it. But, and then like the feeling as well of what's coming through when I have the different, and how it can be from hot to cold. So especially those of us that live stream when we're connected and channeling, and there's like so many energies coming through, especially today, we're talking about a lot of people who have transitioned, right? So that is all as above, so below, around right now, right? So thank you guys for sharing. Nita, yes, staying present, being here. We will work on it. I will let you know when I can get my stuff out of the room. I have someone sleeping in. I love you. Sleeping on speak on Messenger soon. Okay, you guys. I should have just left that. Taking a nap? Right on, Angie. Your first concert was Olivia? Right on, Trace B. Anita, I still have a grease jacket from the play I did. I will post it on Instagram this morning. Oh, I would love to see that. Dude, I used to have the skirt. A skirt, not the skirt, but that left my reality like long ago. I don't know, Meeps. Meeps says, yo, Jen, so where was I? Me not know. How's it going, Meeps? Which moon cheese balls are everything? The pink lady's jacket. Oh my gosh, the stage was a gym for that Olivia concert. Let's get physical. Dude, I can practically see it in my head. Trace B. Oh my gosh. Joe Austin says, I could have sung that song and have it uploaded in about an hour. Well, I hope you do, Joe Awesome. Rawr. Unfortunately, I'm resting. I get it. Just thinking about it, it's still out there and amplified. I can still hear your voice doing it. Meeps, the storm has passed, Trace. Good. Michelle says, I've been sick for a week. I think it really lowered my vibration. I think that Lori Ladd and Corey, founders of Light, have spoken about this in certain ways, is that the way that community or certain channels spoke for so long was almost like an implant of some sorts of like, we have to feel like, you know, unicorns and rainbows all the time, but that's just not possible. And the voids, when we have this part come through in these types of ways, are our greatest, like, rising from the ashes type of feeling after. And I know I'm not the only one, and just, it's like I said earlier, Michelle, it's so out of the blue. What the fuck? The choices that people are making over and over, that, you know, we feel it all. We feel it all. There are certain timelines that, you know, just are bypassed because of the choices. And so it's a lot. I don't even have the words. And the being sick is so that we stop doing certain things and that we allow for the rest times, so it's okay. When your body re-feels healthy, you're gonna feel so like, oh my gosh, eh, Michelle? Nita says, I've been feeling like hell this week too, Michelle. Hope you're okay. Hi, Jansu, red, white, and blue. How's it going? Michelle says, I dreamt I sent a picture of an earthworm to David Castle. Shan Camp, how's it going? Yeah, that is interesting, eh? Love you, Meeps. Still trying to figure out a way to do the vid. At this point, it's just, I don't have the words. The link is the song. You can do Magic by America that Alex shared. Thanks, Alex. Oh, Michelle, if you have a dance, rawr. Yeah, it's a beautiful gatherer. I am gonna have to go. Lily needs me. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, Michelle. And that's okay. It will let go. Michelle says, I'm at the point where I forget what it's like to feel healthy because it's the cold has been hanging on. Yeah. It's different too, eh, Michelle, having a cold in the summer when the days are so long compared to winter. The days are so much shorter and you just, it's a different sleep or just the darkness. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like it's even more amplified how long it lasts. The liminal dance, delicacy, fragility, transience. Who's the closest one to Stonehenge right now? Michelle, yes. Trace B, don't forget to breathe and dance. Yep. As you were writing that, Trace B, this is the card. The Lamb and Null dance. Delicacy, fragility. The word that keeps coming up for me is tenderness. Tenderness, tenderness. That's okay, Michelle. Michelle says, Trace, true. I've been forgetting to do both. I'm too depressed to dance. Joe says, my immune system is shut down. I self-inject Humira. I don't know if I said it right. Every 2 weeks. Thanks for sharing that, Joe. I know, Joe. It's okay. I'm tough. Yeah. But still. Thanks for sharing. Me too, Michelle. I love that song Tenderness by General Public. Thank you for sharing it. Benzai 10. I'm not going to read it. It's a number 6. Whenever you grasp with a blue line and the angel wings. Yeah, the other song too. I had done the stream not long ago. Boom. Hey, Brightest Dawn. I mentioned your name earlier. Michelle had actually written out It's Darkest Before the Dawn. And I said brightest dawn, trippy sunless about an hour ago. Whilst visiting the graveyard. Yeah. How's everything, brightest dawn? Joe, it's what the doctor used to lower the immune system due to Crohn's disease and full body arthritis. Yeah. No, Michelle. I was in the middle of saying, when I saw Brightest Dawn, I think, Tender is the Night. Tender is the Night by Jackson Browne, I think it is. Or is it John Cougar Mellencamp? I forget. Tender is the Night. This is 2 songs with Tender that... Emoji King. Seems like without tenderness, something is missing. Yeah. I find that that's exactly what I need in my life, is that spot and that feeling of tenderness. I swear, if it's horror, it's just a shit show of like not having the tenderness right now, and then the amplifying and just give more, give more. At some point, the little drops that I get back are like an ocean to me. So, you know, my butt. I'm not gonna read that. Yeah. Joe says the arthritis started due to an operation they did to take out just under the meter of intestinal tract. Yeah. Michelle, I as well have a friend from the past with Crohn's, and my friend, it's crazy how Amy mirrors my timelines of certain things. My reality, when I finished high school, my best friend, all of a sudden, like, I was moved to a different reality, and then she had Crohn's, and severe, like, operate everything. I know. And just as soon as high school finished, one of Amy's friends, one of my soul daughters as well. So. Joe says, I also have a vitamin B12 jab every 8 weeks too. Oh, happy days. But the nurse does that one. There's Dr. Morse again, Emoji King. Speaks about MOR, SE. Agrine, number 1. I don't do well with B12. So in my life path, I'm not one to take supplements or take anything. I don't even really use very many essential oils. That's that, right? Taking pills of B12 like did not agree with me at all. At all. Integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, consistency. Right as dawn. I'm gonna go get a family member out of a bad situation, get her moved back around the family. Thanks for writing that out. I specifically said that out loud not long ago. Family just acts. It really just does. It would not allow. You know what I mean? Once somebody says this is what's happening, then just the shit gets done. The shit gets done. That's what I believe. I really do. I really do. And I may not be able to embody it by going and like fucking going to see every fucking person and grabbing them out of their shit where they are in their realities. But I've been embodying through my words and the live streams and the vids to pull people into safety by putting them in their best mindset, to have them feel safe here with us. You don't have to like go pick somebody up, and you don't have to send them a fucking $1 million. But if you unconditionally fucking listen, it will help somebody else pivot into their new reality because they're so fucking safe inside. Inside. Because it really doesn't matter. I grasp that. It doesn't matter what the external stuff. It's this thing in here. When your family just continues to shame you and just fucking leave you in the corner and like, you know, everybody's thinking like so-and-so is like, you know, oh, having issues again. Guess what? So-so's having issues and you fucking ain't there to fucking pick her up and fucking help. Then why are you talking about her? Right? Your personal integrity matters. So if you're feeling pressured to say yes when your heart says no or be something you're not, listen to the message Green Spirit brings to you. Now is the time to remember the importance of being reliable and impeccable with your word. If you really want to say no, don't say yes for now and try to correct your mistake later. So important. People may struggle to accept your truth and your decisions, but you just stick to them. Solid and consistent, because what matters to you deep down matters to the conscious universe who loves you. Are you feeling unsure, doubting whether you have the right to take a stand? Become still, reconnect with the conscious universe through this crystal. It's not your job to protect everyone's feelings and peace at all costs. You don't have to rush smoothing anything over. Be at peace while you stand firm. Your deepest values are in sync with your purpose. And the conscious universe wants you to feel strong right now. Exactly. A lot of stuff don't make sense. But if fucking somebody looked you in the eye and said, my purpose is to fucking love and give it away, and then you can't find a way to help that person to fucking do exactly that, back away. Yeah, Emoji King. I love you, Michelle. I know you're listening. David, Castle, yeah, their journey is totally different than your journey. We all have different but awesome paths. And that's just it. Like, I don't care if somebody tells me, you know, what it is. It's the unconditional support. And just like, yeah. And guess what? Like, I can't even with some stuff. Somebody's brave enough to like come to you and, you know, to tell you exactly what they're feeling. Fucking comparing it to somebody else's journey and saying like that, okay, that part's done, now you got it out, and you know, like this is what you need to do. That's not helping right now. Ego medicine. There's with that snow, and the cold, the Elsa, the frozen energy. Okay. And of course the siren's gotta pop off just once, see? Okay, I'm gonna read that, pull an animal, and then I really am gone. Lily Rose is not impressed with me, and it's like push and pull for me right now then. Ego medicine, profound connection to the creator and heavenly realms. As the eagle soars high above the earth, it has the ability to see things from higher perspective. Courage and stamina are filling your life. You have the ferocity to right injustice and wrongs done to you or to others. This is the time to face fear and overcome it. I shouldn't take out the fucking books. I swear to God. Your wife's calling, Joe. I'm going to be done the stream. I'm pulling one card. I really thank you for your comments today. I've been thinking about you a lot. Always sending you the like pink and yellow healing vibes, Joe. Always. You and your family. The whale. Yeah, Trace B. Rain, rain. Go away for little Rose. Oh, I think I did. The other day I took a picture. I was thinking of Joe Awesome because we were at McDonald's, and then just because of the McDonald's sink. And then I looked over, and the sign said LIL, Lil Donuts. So of course you know I took a picture. Lily's like, why are you taking a picture? I was like, because Trace B writes LIL, and I love it. So, I'm going to post my vid. I actually have a couple vids uploaded that I haven't shared maybe. But the vid yesterday, I'm just going to put the Brian Barnett Milky Way energy in the stream. Yeah. Trust the great mystery. I call my BF Rose Little Boo. That's awesome. Anita G, if you ever want a chakra balance, please reach out to me. I don't really know what that means. I don't think I've had that in a long time. I'm gonna need some balance of something, Anita. And thank you for offering. My trust in you is unconditional, sweetie. Thank you. Yeah, trust the journey. Yeah, angel fish, always so full of light, they call them milky. Trust the journey. Yeah, that's on Nate's frozen ball. Would like one what? Brightest on? A frozen ball? Balance. Yeah. I started out with bagpipes, and then I didn't like leave it on. I was gonna have it on as the background, but just it was too much. I'm already hearing them as above, so below. It's very just that kind of energy for me. So, okay. Just want to have you guys say goodbye. And, au revoir. See you later, alligators. You're watching Bonanza? Oh, I'm so glad I waited a little bit. Hi, Delaney Pearl Jones. I hope everyone's Monday has not been too manic. Hey, Queen Genevieve. Hi, chat. Hey, sweetie. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday because that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. Yes, I do know that song off by heart. Have a wonderful day as well, Delaney Pearl Jones. Yeah, I'll speak to you on Instagram for sure soon. I'm going to be charging up for a bit, so I might not pop in right away, Anita. I know, Witch Moon. I don't like the word goodbye in English. I prefer au revoir. See you later. French. Yeah, the Bangles. Eternal Flame. Okay, I gotta stop because really, if I don't, I'm ready to go, but gotta go.